Is the carnivore diet not working for you? You've cut the carbs, you're sticking to the plan, but you're still not seeing progress. What gives? In today's video, I'm breaking down the top 5 reasons why carnivore fails, and the simple tweaks that can flip the switch so you can start getting results fast. Before we jump in though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and drop a comment. I love hearing from you, and it really helps more people find this important info. So let's jump right into it. If you've been frustrated with carnivore and you feel like nothing's happening, the very first thing to look at is time. And here's why. When you first start carnivore, you need to give your body at least 4 to 6 weeks to just get used to this new way of eating. Most of the struggles that people experience in the first month, things like fatigue, diarrhea, headaches, or constipation, are actually related to the shift into ketosis, not the diet itself. That's why it's so important to stay on top of your electrolytes. Personally, I recommend keeping something like Element on hand, today's sponsor, because it makes getting enough sodium, potassium, and magnesium super simple, and it helps you get through the first few weeks. Element has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And it comes in a raw, unflavored version that's perfect for the carnivore diet, especially if you're trying to avoid flavors or sweeteners. But they also have a great lineup of flavors, including lemonade salt, which is my new favorite. It started as a summertime flavor, but it was so popular that they've added it to their permanent lineup. Drinking at least 1 packet of Element electrolytes first thing in the morning during your adaptation to the carnivore diet will be essential for helping you to mitigate the worst of the keto flu symptoms. Right now, Element is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order, so you can head to the link in the description. It's drinkelement.com/JennyMiddich. That's DRINKLMNT.com/JennyMiddich and get your free sample pack with any order today. So after you're over the keto flu, that's when the real magic starts happening. Around 60 to 90 days is where you really start to dial things in. And if you hit that 60-day mark and you're still not losing or seeing progress, that's when it's time to start making some tweaks. Once you've given your body enough time to adjust to the actual diet, the next thing to look at is your fat intake. Because for a lot of people, that's where they begin to stall. If you've got a lot of body fat to lose, you don't need to be dumping extra butter and tallow and ghee onto everything that you're eating. Your body already has plenty of stored energy to burn. Most of the time, simply eating fattier cuts of meat will give you more than enough dietary fat. You don't have to push it any further. One really simple tweak: try swapping just 1 meal a day for something leaner, like sirloin, chicken breast, or pork tenderloin instead of ribeye or brisket. Make that small change, and you'll often start to see the fat finally begin to melt off. If you'd like a copy of a 2-week lower fat meal plan, you can head over to my Instagram page, follow me over there, and send me a message that says low fat, and I'll get it over to you. So cutting back on excess fat can definitely help, but sometimes the problem isn't too much food. It's actually not enough. Let's talk about why undereating can stall your results just as much as overeating. When you first switch to carnivore, hunger usually drops way down. And if you're coming from years of calorie restriction or fasting too much, it's easy to end up severely undereating. When you undereat for a long time, your metabolism adjusts to the lower amount of calories, which slows everything down. It can take some time to rev your metabolism back up, but it's not impossible. The fix here is to follow a feast and fast cycle. First, figure out your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. I'll link some online calculators in the description to make that super easy. Then, here's how you can structure it. The first step is feasting on carnivore foods for a few weeks so you can build up your nutrient stores. Step 2 is to drop about 200 calories under your TDEE for a couple of weeks. Step 3 is to then feed at your maintenance amount of calories according to your TDEE for a couple of weeks. Then you're going to restart the cycle. And don't make this robotic. You need to vary the timing to keep your body guessing. Sometimes you're going to do step 1 of feasting for maybe a week, and then you move into step 2 where you're going to drop to 200 calories below your TDEE, maybe do that for a week, and then maybe eat at maintenance for a week. And then the next cycle, change up the timing a little bit more. Mixing it up keeps your metabolism flexible and your progress steady. Now, even if you're eating enough and cycling your food the right way, there's another big roadblock that can stop you from seeing results, and that is inconsistency. If you're eating off plan even just a few times a month, you can't really blame the carnivore diet for not working. Every time you indulge in high sugar, high carb or gluten heavy foods, your body gets inflamed and it takes some time for it to recover. And that recovery isn't instant. It can take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks. That's why it's so important to get all of those temptations out of your house. In the beginning, sugar cravings are strong, and if it's in the pantry, you'll eventually give in. At the end of the day, a lot of this boils down to mindset. You've got to make the commitment and decide that you're all in. One practical tip, start by reminding yourself why you're doing carnivore in the first place. Whether it's for weight loss, better energy, or resolving some health issues. If you keep that goal front and center, it's going to be a lot easier to stay consistent and focused on the lifestyle shift. Now, once you've locked in your mindset and gotten consistent with carnivore, there's still one more piece of the puzzle, and that's movement. At some point, you're going to have to start to get moving. Carnivore is powerful, but it's not a free pass to sit around all day. Start simple. Go for regular walks. Even just 20 to 30 minutes a day makes a huge difference. Also, add some strength training a few times a week. This will help you to build muscle and boost your metabolism. When you can, mix in some zone 2 cardio. That's the steady, moderate intensity kind that keeps your heart healthy. It's also really great for burning fat. And most importantly, get outside. Fresh air, sunlight, and natural movement all work together with your diet to optimize your results. When you combine carnivore with movement, you're setting yourself up for fat loss, better energy, and long-term health. Movement is a huge piece of the puzzle. But even if you're eating right, staying consistent, and getting active, there's still one more factor that can hold you back, and that's what's happening inside of your body. Sometimes it's not about your willpower or even your food choices. It's about what's happening inside of your body. Things like hormonal imbalances, thyroid or adrenal issues, or even just years of poor metabolic health can make fat loss and healing a slower process. Add to that high stress or poor sleep, and your body might just be in a state where it cannot drop weight easily, no matter how strict you are on carnivore. If that sounds like you, don't panic. Instead, focus on identifying the root cause. Support your sleep, manage stress, and get labs done if necessary to check thyroid and hormone health. Remember, carnivore is a powerful tool, but if you've got deeper issues, you'll need to address those to see real progress. I strongly suggest working with a knowledgeable practitioner that knows how to read thyroid and hormone panels, because many conventional doctors are not acquainted with these tests. So there you have it, the top reasons why carnivore might not be working for you, and the exact tweaks you can use to turn things around. Remember, sometimes it's just about giving your body enough time. Sometimes it's cutting back on too much fat or making sure you're eating enough food. It could be staying consistent or getting in some more movement or addressing underlying issues that need your attention. The point is, carnivore does work, but you've got to find the right approach for your body. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more carnivore tips, and drop a comment below to let me know which of these tips you're going to start with first. Hey, I wanted to pop in here before the video ends to let you know that my new book, Complete Carnivore, is available for pre-order. This is not just a cookbook. This is a complete in-depth guide to the carnivore diet, along with 80 carnivore recipes. Everything we just talked about in this, 8-minute video is covered in this book in so much more detail. So if you're having a hard time with carnivore, if carnivore is not working for you, I have an entire chapter in this book that is about troubleshooting the carnivore diet. Everything I've learned over the past 3 years on carnivore for myself, and then also here on YouTube, answering all of your questions and talking to thousands of people every day, I've been able to distill all of that information into a lot of helpful tips for getting carnivore working for you again if you're running into some issues. Like I said, this book is available for pre-order, and if you do decide to pre-order it, you are eligible for a free bonus PDF just for pre-ordering it. In this PDF, there are 2 bonus recipes that are not in the book, along with a full blood work guide, a supplement guide, a complete starter guide, and so much more, and it's completely free just for pre-ordering the book. I've put all of the information about how to download your pre-order bonus in the description below, and this is good until November 3rd at 11:59 p.m. because this book comes out on November 4th. Just a month away. So thanks again for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.